Alright, ranking all Bardin weapons based on my experience with them. Mostly on Deathwish Onslaught and above, and on Gata True Solos. So I don't know if it's a whole take, but my take is that no Bardin weapon is an S tier weapon. He only has A tier weapons. Probably the two best ones are dual hammers and cockhammer. Those are probably his two best weapons. Dual hammers are his safest weapon, and they generate very good temp HP with stagger and cleave, and they have decent armor damage even with the heavy one QQ'd. And cockhammer is the best armor damage he has, and it also generates nutty temp HP and ult recharge with the lights. Like on Slayer, you can really abuse the ult recharge if you want to reposition and stuff. You can just swing a bunch of times into the density and you have your ult back immediately. So yeah, those are the clear two best melee weapons for him. Then after that, I'm probably also putting Hammer and Shield there. Whoa. It's probably A tier as well. Amazing temp health regen and amazing control on regular Kata. I used it to do the Outcast Engineer through solo as well, I'm pretty sure. And it really helped to make space and stuff. It really enables Outcast Engineer and Ranger Veteran to focus a lot on ranged. When you're running like Grudge on Ranger Vet and the Crank Gun on Outcast Engineer. Then I don't think any other weapon is A tier for Bardin. I think Dual Axis is B tier. They're a bit hard to use, but pretty worth it if you get good with them. They get carried a bit by only being available on Slayer, so people think they're better than they are. Well, maybe. I don't know if that's still the case. But that used to be the case. But I really like him. Very mobile, very good horde damage, especially on Deathwish difficulties. And decent armor damage as well. And very good mobility. Then probably Great Axe is in there as well. Together with Dual Axis, it's the best boss damage he has in melee. And the Great Axe is also decent against armor. And it's probably the best complement for Cockhammer if you're doing a double two-handed build. Then probably Axe and Shield is also in this region. It's still has the benefits of the shield weapon. It's just slightly worse than Hammer and Shield in my opinion. Then what else would be B tier? I don't think anything else is B tier. Let's see, Two-handed Hammer is probably C tier, together with One-handed Axe. Two-handed Hammer and One-handed Axe is probably slightly better than Two-handed Hammer. Two-handed Hammer only has super armor damage, everything else is pretty whack. Same story as the Kruber Two-handed Hammer version. The heavies just don't do damage, and they are not fast enough so that the temp gen they generate is amazing. It's still good, but it's not like amazing enough to make up for the other downside it has. One-handed Hammer just doesn't do damage on any attack that isn't the heavy, and the heavy only does damage against armor. And Warpick is just a way worse Cockhammer. Too slow to use of anything that isn't Slayer, and Slayer has better options available to him, sadly. Then for the ranged weapons, he has 2 S tier ranged weapons probably, with Masterwork Pistol and Trollhammer Torpedo. Probably Trollhammer Torpedo is better than Masterwork Pistol. But yeah, Trollhammer Torpedo single-handedly turns Ironbreaker into a DPS class. And it's very silly how much Ironbreaker can clear in high density situations just because of this weapon. And Masterwork Pistol's breakpoints are pretty absurd. And the monster damage is also pretty absurd. And Range of Head can really abuse it. It's not that great off Range of Head, but it's still pretty usable. And then, actually he might have 3 S tier weapons. Handgun is probably also S tier on him. Yeah, Handgun amazing breakpoints on Cataclysm, body shotting everything. Still pretty damn good breakpoints on Cataclysm 3 Deathwitch. Body shotting Gunners and Assassins is very nice. You still have all the other breakpoints if you build for it correctly. Then after that is Crossbow in A tier, I think. Some people prefer Crossbow over Handgun, but personally I think the better breakpoints on Handgun make it better than Crossbow. And Crossbow also suffers from absurd aim punch, which makes it sometimes unreliable in certain situations as a sniper weapon. It has better reload than Handgun, yeah, but I don't think it makes up for the difference. Since Bardin isn't usually the main sniper, you usually want something that packs a better punch when you actually want to snipe, in my opinion. Then Grudge Raker is probably also B. Same as Blunderbuss. Amazing on Ranger Vet. Unusable of him. Yeah. Flamethrower is probably C tier. It only does one thing, but it does it amazingly. But yeah, it's definitely not the flamethrowers of old that just killed everything. Now they only kill trash. Yeah, and then Drake Fire Pistols and Throwing Axe are just fucking bad, man. They're so bad, both of them. Drake Fire Pistols just don't do horde damage, enough horde damage for how limited they are in power. And Throwing Axes are just a meme, especially on Cata3 and Deathwish. The breakpoints are just so bad. It's almost unusable, really. The only niche it has, I guess, is for Cataclysm, is for giving Slayer a ranged weapon. But even then, you're better off just making use of the actual strengths of Slayer instead of trying to make him something he's not. And that's all for Bardin.